Good morning. Welcome to Follow Up Friday. I'm Debbie Hoffman. I'm a sales and follow-up coach, and every Friday I come on at 10 a.m. Pacific and share tips that you can implement right away to improve your follow-up and increase your sales results and convert more of your ideal clients and make the difference you're here to make. So please let me know if there's any topics you want me to cover. I'm here to serve you, and I want to know what you're struggling with and what would provide value to you. So please email me at debbie@powerupyourfollowup.com or just comment down below wherever you're seeing this. This goes all over social media, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and you might be receiving this if you're on my email list. So the topic today is really a critical one. So my question to you is, how do you follow up after you do a discovery session with a potential client? Or do you follow up with a person that you've had a discovery session with? So many people I'm talking to say that after the discovery session, if the person doesn't say yes, that probably means they're not interested, so they don't follow up with them at all. So if this is happening to you, then stay tuned, because I'm going to share 3 steps that you can take right away after your next discovery session to improve the results that you're getting. Okay. So please feel free to share this video wherever you want. Love you to tag people down below and have them see this information, because it's really critical to have a process in place for doing discovery sessions and then how to follow up with people if they're not a yes during the call. Okay. And if you're watching this recording, just please post your comments down below or any questions that you have. I will come back in all over social media and I will comment. Okay. Please do that. It really is important to me and means a lot to me to get your comments and feedback and to know what's resonating, what's working for you, what's really helping and making a difference. Okay. All right. So the problem is that people get off of discovery session, the person has not said yes or no, and there's no plan in place for the next step. And so what happens is that person ends up slipping through the cracks. So can you relate to this at all? So here are some things that you can do. A lot of times at the end of this session, people will say, I need to talk to my partner, or I need to move money around, or I need to think about it, right? Doesn't that happen a lot? So if that happens, ask them, when will you have a chance to do that thing? So for instance, if they say they need to talk to a partner, when will you have a chance to talk with your partner? And then we can reconnect. That's where people fall short. They don't do that. They just say, okay, let me know. And if you say, just let me know, what happens? Nothing, right? You won't hear from them. So you need to be in control of the next step. So if they say they need to move the money around, great. When will you have a chance to move the money into your account? And then we can reconnect. Okay. Or if they say they need to think about it, what do you need to think about? Like, ask them, what are you thinking? What can I support you with? What about this do you need to think about? And if they tell you, then say, when should I reconnect with you after you've had a time to give it some thought? You don't want to be pushy and aggressive. You want to ask for permission. That is the key thing. So what you want to do is make the appointment for the next time you're going to connect with them before you get off the call. All right. A lot of people aren't doing that. Okay. So tell them, don't tell them when you're going to call them back. Ask them when they want you to call them back. Okay. So that's the tip first. First tip, always ask for permission. Be respectful so people won't think you're being too pushy. Okay. So if you don't have let's say you've done some discovery sessions recently and you don't have an appointment with this person who you did this session with, just call them right away. Even if it's been weeks, call them right away and leave a message with some value to it. And what I mean by that is instead of saying, I'm just calling to follow up to see if you're ready to sign up, like that's boring, right? You want to leave a message that provides value. So it could be a quick story of a client that you just worked with or worked with sometime in the past that had a similar situation. They were in a similar situation as this person was. Maybe they had a similar problem or challenge, and how you were able to help them to overcome that challenge. It's really helpful. It's like that third party validation. People like to hear stories of other people who have worked with you and the results that they've received. Okay. So leave messages of value. Maybe if it's a corporate client, you can leave some message about what's going on in the industry or some news that you just heard. Like, become their trusted advisor, become somebody that they can, count on to keep them up to date on things that are going on in their industry. Okay, the last thing that you can do is, so let's say you leave a message for this person. When you leave the message, you want to make sure you let them know that you're going to try them back in a few days. Don't just say, call me back, because they won't most probably call you back. So you want to always be in control of the next step. And this languaging is so powerful because, number one, they really feel that you're serious about your business and that you're on top of things because you're making the plan when to call them back. And there's a saying that how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So people are watching you and they're looking at how you're following up with them. And if you're just saying, oh, call me when you can or get back to me, and they don't, you'll drop the ball and they're going to think, wow, this person isn't really providing, they're not really doing what they say they're doing. If they're really interested in working with me or they really thought they could help me, they would be following up with me. Like, people are really looking at what we do. If you provide really good follow-up and you're leaving value added messages, they're going to think, wow, I'm not even a client yet. If I sign up to work with this person, I can only imagine the kind of service that I'm going to receive from them. Okay, so just really be mindful of what you're doing and how you're running your business. So the third thing is, call again a few days later and remind them of the challenges they said they were dealing with. So look at your notes. Hopefully you take good notes during your discovery sessions. Refer to those notes and say, I remember when we were speaking the other day, you mentioned that one of the key things that you're challenged with or the key things that you're struggling with are XYZ. And I mentioned to you that that's exactly what I support my clients to get, results with. So would you like to continue our conversation and see, how I can support you, right? Then always, always, again, every time you leave a message, let them know when you're calling them back again. Don't just say, hope to hear from you soon, goodbye. I always spread it out. And we go into a lot of detail on the timing and how often to call and exactly what to say in my Power Up Your Sales program. We just started this week, so it's not too late to jump in. I can help you catch up. And we're going to be talking about how to follow up after discovery sessions, how to follow up after you meet people at networking events. What do you say? How do you structure your discovery session so more people say yes at the end of the call so that you don't have to chase after people after you've done the session, right? So we go into all that and referral strategy. We go into so much in Power Up Yourself. It's a great group. It's a small group, so everyone's getting a lot of attention from me in each call. So please go to powerup.com/PUYS for Power Up Your Sales. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you next week on Follow Up Friday. And again, please let me know if there's any topics that you want me to discuss going forward. All right, have a great weekend. Bye for now.